This podcast is sponsored by BuyBiz.io. Discover premium AI-driven online businesses for sale, perfect for standalone growth or seamless integration. Explore now at BuyBiz.io to kickstart your digital success.
How to spot motivated sellers, signs that help you get better deals. Learn how to identify motivated sellers and use their urgency to negotiate better deals on businesses and properties. Explore top listings now. How to spot motivated sellers, signs you can't ignore. Hey, have you ever wondered how some buyers always seem to get the best deals when purchasing businesses or properties? Well, it often comes down to recognizing one crucial factor: when a seller is motivated. Today, I want to chat with you about motivated seller signs, because understanding these can totally change the game whether you're buying a house, a business, or even something else big ticket. So, what exactly does it mean when we say someone is a motivated seller? Simply put, it's a seller who's eager, sometimes even desperate, to make a deal happen fast. They usually have a reason that's pushing them to sell quickly. Maybe it's financial pressure, relocating, or an urgent need to liquidate. Recognizing these sellers can lead to better negotiating power and sometimes snag deals below market value. Here are some common signs that tell you a seller is motivated. Pricing below market value. If the asking price is noticeably lower than comparable businesses or homes in that area, it's often a red flag or a green flag for buyers. Sellers who are motivated might cut their price to speed up the sale. Quick response times. A motivated seller tends to be very responsive and open to discussions and negotiations. They don't like to drag things out, so if they're quick to reply and eager to schedule meetings or showings, that's a good sign. Flexible terms. Sellers who offer flexible payment plans, are open to financing options, or willing to negotiate on closing dates are likely motivated to close the deal. Property or business being on the market for a long time. Sometimes, a seller who's been trying to sell for months might start to get desperate. Their willingness to drop prices or accept less favorable terms tends to increase the longer something sits unsold. Personal reasons mentioned. Sellers sounding emotionally affected, like wanting to move on quickly due to health issues, job changes, or family reasons, are often motivated too. One really smart move when looking to buy a business is to check marketplaces that specialize in listing businesses that might have motivated sellers. For example, Archieboy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale is an excellent site where you can find businesses that could be available at competitive prices because the sellers are genuinely ready to make a deal. You get to browse multiple listings, many of which come from sellers who are motivated to negotiate terms that work well for both sides. Why is buying from a motivated seller a big deal? Because it means you might be able to get better price. They might accept a lower offer if it means closing faster. Flexible terms. They may be willing to finance or accept creative terms. Smoother process. Motivated sellers usually want to avoid delays and complications. Of course, while motivated sellers often offer opportunities, you want to make sure you're not rushing into a bad deal. Always do your due diligence, get inspections or business valuations, and make sure it's worth the investment. Motivation isn't always a guarantee of value, but it's a big factor that can open the door to better deals. It's like when you're at a garage sale or negotiating over a car. If the seller looks like they just want to get rid of it fast, there's room to haggle. The same idea applies to bigger purchases, but knowing the signs helps you approach intelligently and confidently. So if you're seriously considering buying a business or property, here's what I recommend. Keep an eye out for these motivated seller indicators. Don't hesitate to ask questions about why they're selling. Use trusted business listing platforms like Archieboy Holdings' AI-based businesses for sale to find solid opportunities where sellers might be motivated. Always involve professionals like brokers, attorneys, or accountants to make sure your deal is solid. Understanding these signs can save you time, money, and stress, and it can even lead to the exciting acquisition of a business or property that fits your goals. Remember, the goal isn't to take advantage, but to recognize when there's room for negotiation, so both parties come away happy. Alright, if you want to explore some real-world motivated seller listings and see what kind of AI-based businesses or other opportunities are out there, definitely check out Archie Boy Holdings AI-based businesses for sale. Explore our listings today. It's a fantastic place to start your search, find motivated sellers, and maybe even score a great deal on your next business purchase. That's it for today's little chat on motivated seller signs. Next time you think about buying big, keep these tips in mind. They'll give you the edge that many buyers miss out on. Talk soon.